So this week's episode of Flip Flappers was a pretty interesting world again. What I'm really enjoying about this series a lot is how creative it's still being with its individual worldly designs, as I would figure it would have a couple of bumps along the way, as despite there being so many possibilities of different types of worlds that they can make and what have already been done in other mediums and in an anime included, I would think there would be a dry spell at some point, but so far every single world they've gone to is pretty interesting, and though it's never trying to be the most original thing, it's meshing a bunch of ideas together in a really interesting way. This week, we have a world that pretty much looks like it came straight from Tron, with like a mixture of Gundam and just robots. It's really interesting. I had a lot of fun watching this episode. It starts a little iffy to me with the whole swimsuit and everything like that, but even with the amount of fan service there was in this episode, it wasn't so extreme that it really took me out of the episode. It was a bit of a hindrance, I'm not gonna lie, but it wasn't so extreme that it's like, oh, fuck this episode, this is a piece of shit. No, it's just like, it wasn't needed. 95% of the episode wasn't fan service, so I can let it slide, but it's something that needed to be mentioned. But the episode's interesting. They're in the pool and then they get sucked into pure illusion. It's quite interesting how much they're being sucked in when they're not trying to. And I feel like that might be a mixture of them altering so much, and maybe the difference between pure illusion and their own world is slowly but surely becoming non-existent, and they might be merging into one new reality, possibly. It's gonna be interesting where they go with that. But watching this guy, this scientist, he's like such a short guy, and just watching their antics together going up against these robots, and they're using their magical girl transformation to build a giant robot, and then when, I think her name is Yayuka if I'm not mistaken, she merges with them. It was just so extreme and so stupid, but it just kind of meshes the whole idea of like Gundams and robots and how absurd they truly are, but it just really worked, especially with the design they chose for this world, this Tron level vibrant neon world. It was really fun, but of course we get that big after the credit scene if you didn't watch it. Paprika and Coconut, they're taking a shower, but they have clothes on, don't worry. Coconut and Paprika have an interesting conversation. Paprika literally calls Coconut Mimi. So it's interesting, you can go a whole possibilities, but I'm sticking by what I said. I'm pretty sure Mimi was Coconut's mother, and I think the reality between the two worlds, pure illusion and their own, is getting so thin, and things are starting to mesh together in an interesting way. I do think now Paprika might just be seeing Coconut as Mimi from back in the day when she probably helped her in pure illusion, but I do think the whole her calling her Mimi is just her thinking that she is Mimi and not actually her daughter, but possibly because of all the weird stuff that's been happening with pure illusion, maybe things are getting so merged that maybe, you know, Mimi and Coconut are becoming one person, possibly. That's another way they could go with it, but I am gonna stick with the idea that Coconut is Mimi's daughter. But it wouldn't be surprising if they go the route of they became the same person, or they always were the same person, and just the whole realities between the two worlds are so thin that it's been crossing over in interesting ways. I mean, we've already seen how they've been messing with it already, and the fact that they're being able to be dragged into pure illusion without even trying to, like they were in the pool and then they get sucked in, it could be that the worlds are kind of meshing together, and maybe Mimi is like pure illusion's version of Coconut. There's a lot of ways they can go with it, but the episode at its core was really fun. I would say it's probably, of the 8 episodes we've had, I think I would rank this as my least favorite episode of Flip Flappers. But me saying that is not a criticism, really. Because each episode up till now, I felt like improved on it. Now, this episode, it doesn't improve and it doesn't really excel in any particular way, but it's damn fun and doesn't lose its creativity. So me even saying it's my least favorite, I still rank this as a really solid episode. It's just as a whole, if we're looking at all the episodes we've had so far, it definitely feels like the weakest. As with all the other episodes, I felt like they were really stretching what the show was doing, but then again, we're almost done the season. We're gonna have a couple of slower episodes, or episodes that don't excel in another direction, but it's solid nonetheless. And the intro stuff, you know, ignoring the fanservice side of things, the way Coconut and Paprika were holding hands in the intro, you know, it really is feeling like there is romantic tension there. If they don't go that route, I will be shocked, because this doesn't feel like it's teasing it. I feel like there's legitimately is feelings Coconut has for Paprika, and if they don't go for that, I'll be shocked, to be 100% honest. But the episode was good. I had a lot of fun with it. I love the world design, and I'm really interested to see what they go with the whole Mimi route next week, and what next week's world's gonna bring. The preview looks very fun, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel about this episode of Flip Flappers? What do you think on Mimi? So let me know your thoughts, and as always, hit that like button if you did enjoy the video. If you're new to the channel, also be sure to subscribe. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.